It's rare these days that a game can grab me and keep its talons wrapped around me in such a memorable way that I still think about it. I can probably name off how many games I personally grew up playing that I still think hold up well. Time Splitters 2, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Halo 1 through 3, doesn't matter, take your pick. Call of Duty 2, I frickin' grew up playing this game, and let me tell you, not only is it the only Call of Duty game other than 4 that I beat on Veteran, but I still love it. The original Doom, Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, and Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now, there are quite a few more, but those are the biggest ones. I look back at each of these games very fondly, and the nicest thing is that I've played them all relatively recently, within a year or two. They all still hold up and are still just as fun as I can remember, but there was one game I saw, didn't even play, when I was just a little munchkin, that has burned into my brain for a very long time. A game that I haven't been able to play until recently, because my PlayStation 2 broke and I didn't want to get a new one. That game is Katamari Damacy. REROLL. Katamari Damacy REROLL is the most recent Katamari experience, a remaster of the same game from PlayStation 2. Keep in mind that this video is more so talking about the original game from 2004, but the release of Damacy on new consoles and PC for the first time is a welcome addition to my gaming library. If you've never heard of any Katamari games, then I want to show you something. Give me just a few minutes of your time and try to take in what you're about to see. Fair warning, it's going to blow your mind.
Katamari Damacy.
Clearly we're in for something special here. Katamari Damacy is a game that I don't think can even fit into any one genre. Steam would throw it into quite a few to reach a wider demographic, but this game is so niche yet so open to newcomers that, despite being a very specific type of game, it can still reach a wide audience. And yes, by that I mean, basically, that if we look at the Steam genres, I would say that this game is a classic. It's a classic for the people who played it growing up. Many of them still have very good memories of this game for reasons we'll jump into. But for the newbies, sure, this game looks like a weeaboo's heaven, a wacky game that takes place on a very artistic rendering of Earth with heavy Japanese influence. I wonder why. Yeah. But the truth is, despite how bizarre and confusing Katamari may first appear, it's one of the most casual video games I've ever played. Sure, some levels can be difficult or challenging, but the wide majority of gameplay is simply rolling over objects and collecting them while listening to a bomb-ass soundtrack. That's right, in this game you do the one thing that everyone hates in literally every other video game. You collect stuff. The integral part of Katamari's gameplay is that you are trying to collect objects in the environment around you that are smaller than your Katamari, the strange ball but not ball that you roll around. Objects that are too large cannot be collected, and in many cases, will even break bits and pieces off of your Katamari upon collision. So the gameplay loop is very simple. Roll, collect, get bigger, repeat. If there was one word I would use to describe this gift from the gaming gods, it would be captivating. When I play Katamari, I feel immersed. It's obviously not because of hyper-realistic graphics or complex gameplay mechanics, but rather for a much simpler, much more subjective reason. The game is fun. Everything about this game engages players. There's a story. The king of the cosmos, your father, got drunk or found love or something, and in his stupor, destroyed all of the stars in the sky. After a blackout and then realizing what he had done, he assigns you, the prince of the cosmos, to create all of the stars in the sky once again, using the objects from Earth. Then, from Mother Blue Planet Earth, we see things happening from the point of view of a very blocky family. Mom has a chin of an action film hero, and the kids are walking nightmares. Then there's the gameplay. For the love of God, if you're going to play Katamari Damacy, please play this game with a controller. It's the proper way to play it. Just trust me. Because the controls are wonky, they take a while to get used to. You have to move both sticks up to go forward, down to go backwards, and to the sides to strafe. If you want to turn, you move one stick up. Want to turn faster? Move the other stick down at the same time. To turn around 180 degrees, simply click both sticks in and the prince will jump over as Katamari. All that while fighting the time limit to collect whatever it is your mission requires you to collect, all while listening to some headbanging tunes, makes learning this game an uphill task. But with time and patience, the controls will become second nature. Whether or not that's a good thing, I'll leave to you. Katamari also features a couch cooperative game mode, but it's nothing special. Both players, on 2 controllers, have to manage the prince and his Katamari. It's strange and hard to grasp, forcing both players to communicate with each other as they play as only one character. It's not my favorite game mode, but I guess it's better than nothing? Overall, Katamari Damacy is one of, if not the, best examples of game developers undertaking a very strange concept and focusing solely on making the gameplay fun. And what fun you'll have more often, since Katamari does not impede you from playing the game. Within a matter of seconds of booting the game up, you can get right into rolling around on Earth, collecting all the neat little knickknacks, and the large ones. And this brings me to my final talking point about Katamari. The sense of scale. When you start this game, your goal is to get the Prince's Katamari to a measly 10 centimeters. You make a star in the sky that is 10 centimeters of junk that you collected from some random person's house. You just made Orion's belt out of mice, sushi, and some Legos. Congratulations. But as the game goes on, you'll have to make your Katamari much, much larger. As you can see from the footage, yeah, it gets crazy. And it's a blast the entire way through. I mean, can you even see the prince here? No! This game has a real feeling of progression. As the levels go on and get wider in scope, you've practiced enough that now, you are ready to face the challenge. It's fantastic, and extremely well done. I know that this video was very short, and I apologize for that. Katamari Damacy is one of my favorite games ever. What a captivating, colorful, creative little game that continues to show why trying new stuff in this industry isn't a bad thing. Katamari is such a unique game, and I'm honestly surprised to see that no one has really tried to capture the same spirit as it once did many, many years ago. It's upbeat, it's jazzy, and visually very fascinating to look at. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you get a chance to try out this wonderful game. If you've played Damacy before, then this version doesn't add too many new features. It's mostly the same game that you've experienced in the past. However, for new players, I definitely recommend it, especially on sale. I mean, I might be willing to shell out any amount of cash for this game, but for others, it might be something in which you'd want to wait for a sale. It's a unique game, meaning that there are going to be a lot of people who just do not enjoy it. Thanks for watching this video. You guys have been nothing but supportive over the last few months, and I can't thank you enough. I realize that going from my most recent videos focusing on open world games, particularly Bethesda games, to discussing Katamari is, well, quite the leap. But don't knock Katamari until you try it. You might be surprised. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.